Recap for today. This morning we left from Toad River and we have now driven to Johnson's Crossing.
About 395 miles.
Okay, our map for today has us in the top edge of British Columbia, and we left from Toad River and ran through this national park in the top edge of the Northern Rockies, and then we ran all the way to the border of British Columbia and Yukon, and it dipped in and out of the border just a little bit, and then this is Watson Lake in the Yukon, and at that point we are going to have to get off of this map and go to our next map. So for Angela's friends, Lori, Jacqueline, Christina, here's another map for you. So this is Watson Lake, which is from the previous map. And we then ran into the Yukon, following more of a westerly route. And then we made it here to Johnson's Crossing. And this is our night tonight, right on the bottom edge of the Yukon. All right, what do you remember about it?
So first big thing that happened was Moonshot Lake. Went around a curve in the road. Long, beautiful lake, mountains on either side, just followed the whole valley down, and it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And we came across that very soon after leaving the hotel.
Yeah, and there's of course some cars and some campers there. But we were talking about it. If it was in Colorado, there'd be thousands of people there. I mean, it looks as nice or better than Colorado, except it's more desolate as far as less people. It's just wide open wilderness.
And every mountain would have ski slopes on it. We saw a bunch of avalanche paths, but no one's skiing out there.
I might have a little clip of the road around the lake. The lake dropped, the mountains dropped off steep on both sides of the lake, and in order to get a road through there, they just barely carved it in against the side of the lake, and you just pretty much have a mountainside and water, and you're just sandwiched in as you come around the curves.
They just hung this road right on the edge of the cliff face, right against the lake. There was no flat ground on either side of the lake, so they had to run it, had to carve the hillside out.
And the water has that little bit of that grayish bluish tint from the melting glaciers too. The watercolors just look different when you're in glacier country.
Because of how narrow the lanes are, as we're driving across, the wildlife don't really have anywhere to go as well. And so we go around a curve and there's like a whole herd of goats, or there are like 3 caribou, or
Yeah, that's different than what I saw the other day. So I think the other one must have been a sheep. No, I'm observing. They're beautiful.
the bear was afterwards. We saw multiple bear today.
You looking at an animal? Over there, a bear.
But you're driving along the road and they're sitting in the middle and you just got to go around them, split the herd sometimes.
And then also we saw bison.
Yep, really close.
So today was a big animal day because we started out first thing this morning, we were leaving out and we saw like an individual bison.
Look at that stunning wall. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just towering over the road.
Oh, that's cool. I thought we might go the whole rest of the day without seeing animals. But we saw animals today, and this morning, while we were still close to that national park or close to the Northern Rockies.
My goodness.
And there's a spot also we passed the lake. There was this canyon, and it's one of those where the bottom of the canyon is all filled with these trees, and the mountains just go up on both sides, and on both sides are avalanche warnings. And you know, in the dead of winter, the snow is just coming off these mountains and just knocking trees over. But the sides of the mountains were steep, and but just rugged, beautiful wilderness.
Yep.
This valley, I mean, maybe they all look the same, but this is beautiful.
When we saw the bear, the first bear, we were actually driving in the road and neither of us knew what it was. It was walking along right in front and we both just kind of dead silence and shock. And we didn't exactly stop, but we really slowed down in the road and just kind of hung there in stunned silence and then took off again. Yes!
That surprised me. I didn't see it till the last minute because the other vehicle came by and then all of a sudden there was a bear.
Yeah, and you know, I think the morning was the better part of the drive.
Here's your bison sign. What's the likelihood they have bison out here? Next 180 kilometers, caution bison. That's 100 miles approximately, right, of cautioning bison.
By the afternoon, we'd already put a couple hundred miles in. It's time to put in the last couple of hundred miles, and we just hammered down. And you know, it'd be like every time you come around the corner, if you had just came straight here, you could go, wow, that's beautiful. But every time you turn the corner, it's hard to just, again, say, wow, that's beautiful, or wow, that's stunning, or wow, that's incredible. Every part of the drive was beautiful. It's just, you know, it's just like soaking in the wilderness, and you love it and you're absorbed by it. But you end up putting hundreds of miles on, and you just keep seeing over and over and over again, just beautiful wilderness.
But the mornings was more following the valleys.
And nothing out there in it. I mean, it is empty. Trees and wildlife.
This afternoon it was more in the tree line. Can't really see too much in the distance with the occasional overlook.
Nice peaceful mountains. A little bit of, sure looks like snow.
And the other thing I want to point out about today's drive is the distance between services. We hit a couple of different spots that it was at least 100 miles or more that we had to go between gas stations, and that's also between, you know, cell phone coverage. A lot of times you'll have a little village and they might have a little cell phone coverage there that's working off a satellite. And then you leave there and you have no gas, you have no cell phone coverage, and they'll have signs up, and then they're in kilometers. They might say like 170 or 180 kilometers until your next service. Please check your vehicle. And you just know that I'm fixing to drive for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and I'm not going to have any other service.
Which I think the longest sign we saw was about 147 miles. It was a little bit less than that. It was more like 120 because we were at 2 bars of fuel. But
I think we found a gas station, and maybe they had not calculated for that.
Maybe so.
Yeah, and then the highest price we paid for gas, and it might be that gas station, was $2.75 per liter. And it's the highest we've seen so far. And so approximately 3 liters makes a gallon. So, you know, fuel's...
That's like $7.50 a gallon. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I mean, when you're so remote, they have to get the fuel out there to them, and the truck has to go hundreds of miles to get out there to them.
Yep.
What's that? The 215 or 275? This looks like 250. Wow. Okay. I don't see anybody in here. Yeah. Hey, they're in the restaurant.
Oh, you may have. Which town did you go to? Washington? Washington? What? Yeah.
Hi, we'd like to get some fuel.
Okay, I'll be right out there, dear.
Okay, thank you.
Give me 1 second here.
She's coming. You got a Superman hat here. You need it. And a LA Dodgers, LA Lakers. Nike Air. And a herb grinder. They got Red Bull. I don't have one. Hey, this is a racetrack. Doesn't look quite like the racetrack in Birmingham.
Otherwise, it's beautiful. We made good time. We are tired. I mean, it was a long, hard day. Anything else?
Mosquitoes?
Yeah, there's a lot of mosquitoes. We're spending the night tonight at this Johnson crossing, and it's on the river. And we opened the door, and mosquitoes just came swarming in. So
You cannot escape them.
our goal tonight is to not open the door until we've killed every mosquito, and then just keep the door closed. But they were swarming, and it's not a nighttime mosquito. When we showed up out here, the sun's still up. Because what time does it get dark? What time did it get dark last night?
Last night was like 9:40 to 9:50, somewhere in there.
So dark was 9:40, 9:50, but I walked outside at like 11 p.m. and we still had some light in the sky. So I mean, like the twilight, it's crazy how long the light's lasting. So these mosquitoes are just anytime mosquitoes. They'll come get you.
I think that's it.
All right, talk to y'all later.
Nugget Restaurant licensed. The new Nugget Coffee Shop. Licensed dining room, banquet facilities, Western food, Chinese food. That's the signpost, Forrest. They are bicycling. They're going to build a concrete one. What is this? They don't have Hey, get ready. Just be careful. All right, these bridges officially suck. So ignore the one that says we're closed. And look for a sticker on the door that says stay. It fell off. Yep.